Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have this look going on for you. This is going to be my Valentine's Day look for 2018. This is what I've created. It's this kind of pretty, girly, sweet, pink glitter eyeshadow look. I do mention on later in the video that I'm going to be doing this version. This is my nice version. It's very pretty, very girly, very pink. And then I also have a more sexy, sultry, naughty version. I hate saying those words. I feel so awkward saying them. But yeah, so this is going to be my first Valentine's Day video makeup tutorial. And if you guys want to see how I got this look, what I used to achieve it, everything will be coming up in the tutorial, so just keep watching. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to take is this one right here. This is Buon Fresco. I'm going to take this with my Sigma blending brush as per usual. And we're just gonna buff this as my transition shade. Now, I will just tell you guys right now that I am gonna go in, because you can see there's a little more orange on this part of my eye. I'm gonna go in and just kind of intensify that. This transition shade just didn't really give me what I wanted. Like, I needed just a little bit more warmth. So once I'm completely done with the eyes, I'm gonna go in with a more brown shade in the same palette, just to add a little bit more warmth. It was just looking a little too cool toned for me, and I wasn't feeling it. So, you know, I'm just not really a fan of cool tones. They just don't really work for my skin tone. So, you know, we just needed to bump it up a notch. Next, I'm taking these two colors right here. This is Venetian Red and Love Letter. And I'm just gonna take a little dab of each. Now, these are like intensely pigmented, so tap off like as much as possible. All that fallout needs to just be gone. And you're gonna build up the intensity. You can see I have it built up on this eye. We're going to build it up, but we don't want to go in heavy-handed because it is definitely much harder to get rid of color than to build it up. I love this palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. The shadows are so soft. I literally tap my brush into it just once into each shadow, and it picks up so much product. I feel like you really get your money's worth with this palette because you hardly use anything. And then I'm just taking this with a Sigma E25 brush. I use this in like so many of my videos because I love this brush. I love Sigma's blending brushes. I think they are just so freaking good. They're like my favorites. I'm just going right under the transition, right in the fold of my eye. And then I'm gonna go in and blend these two colors together like we always do. We want things looking smooth. And then what I'm gonna do is take this little brush. This is a IBY Beauty little, like, I think it's called a crease brush, but I use this for my outer V most of the time. I'm gonna go in with Cypress Umber, and I'm just gonna take this on the outer V. Now, because this is so intense, you want to slowly map this out, because I'm telling you, like, if you go in too heavy-handed, especially with this color, you can look like you have a black eye real quick. I feel like it leans a little more cool toned, and I don't like that look of having like a messy, like almost black eye. I don't think anybody does, but yeah, just be really careful. I'm just gonna pack this on the outer V until it gets to the intensity that I like. And I like to do the outer V with more of a dense brush because I feel like I get better pigmentation from the shadow, because you're gonna have to go in and blend it out anyways. So, you know, why just put down no product and continue to build and build and build like with a fluffier brush, and then you're just gonna blend it out and the color is gonna disappear. So I like to go in with a stiffer brush, and then I lightly blend it out because, like I said, these shadows are really soft and they're incredibly blendable. And you can see it already softened the color a lot. So I'm actually just gonna go back in and continue to build until it gets a little deeper to my satisfaction. And then let's just take this lightly in the crease, very, very lightly. For the brow bone shade, I'm gonna first lay down Tempera. I don't usually typically do this when I go in with a brow bone color. I usually just go in with one color, but I did this on my first eye. I went in with Tempera first, or Tempera, however the hell you say that, and I laid this down initially, but it just wasn't giving it to me enough. I wanted something with a little more shimmer, and this is more of like a satin color. I just wanted a little more pop. So I take Vermeer, which is that champagne shimmer shade, and I'm just gonna take this right on top of Tempera, but only underneath the arch of my brow. And you don't have to do this. This is just me being a high maintenance biatch, but I did it on this eye and I really like the way it looks. So I just add the shimmer right under the arch, just right there. And then let's go in and do the fun part. So I'm gonna take some of my Too Faced glitter glue, just like a tiny dibble. Like, that is all I'm taking, because this shit is glue. And once you got it down, whatever is on top of that is sticking to it. So I'm gonna take this, ooh, and see, I actually took a little too much. So I'm taking this with my finger and I'm just gonna lightly place it where I have that bare space and really just kind of tap this in. I always use a glitter glue with any type of glitter. I think I mentioned that in my Pure Cosmetics review video. I don't care if it says there's no fallout. If there's glitter, I'm using a glitter glue. Then I'm gonna take this. This is the Stila Magnificent Metal and Kitten Karma. It's more of like a champagne kind of pink. So I'm just gonna apply it straight from the applicator. They go on a lot smoother with the applicator than if you use a brush. So I'm literally just going over that bare space, really just kind of carving out the lid space, going right under all my transitions. I'm gonna stop right there, and you can see that there is definitely a harsh line. So what I'm gonna do is take this little tiny brush. It's usually what I use for my inner corner, but it's perfect for something like this. And I'm just gonna kind of drag it into the outer V just to diffuse that line between the outer V matte and then the glitter. Take a very small detailed brush. This is the easiest way to do it because you have so much more control, and just kind of drag the color and push it into the outer V until it just kind of fades away, and that's gonna help you create that faded like gradient look to the eye. I want just a little more smokiness on the outer V. It's all about building colors and intensity. So I'm gonna take my brush that I originally used and I'm just gonna tap a little bit more on, and that's actually perfect. I just needed like that little extra pop of darkness out there. And then I'm going to take my same blending brush and lightly brush any harsh edge that I laid down. That's it. I promise you, it really is that easy. The more you practice and the more you try, and just take your time doing it. Like, I'll talk to a lot of people and they'll be like, oh my god, I don't know how you do your makeup. It's so hard for me. I can't do eyeshadow. I don't know what colors to do. I don't know how to blend, and I don't know how to do this. And honestly, I didn't know how to do that stuff either. I'm just going to take some black and line my top lash line while I go into my little spiel. The way I did my eyeshadow in high school was so disgusting and ratchet. I seriously looked like a freaking Oompa Loompa. I would do like always bright purple eyeshadow, like shimmery bright purple eyeshadow, and thick black eyeliner on the top and on the bottom. Like under here in the waterline, like my eyes had to be coated in black eyeliner and like 75 coats of mascara. I literally had the crunchiest eyelashes, and people used to tell me my makeup looks so good, and I thought I was like hot shit, but I really wasn't. And like honestly, I never knew how to do eyeshadow, and eventually I just stopped wearing eyeshadow because I was like, you know, I felt like I wasn't good at it. And I just kept reading and researching, and then eventually YouTube came around and I started watching the very few beauty YouTubers that were out there post videos, and I just kept practicing. I would do it like when I had nothing to do. Like, I always used to have off on Sundays when I was in college and working. So on Sundays, I would literally sit in front of the mirror and I would just practice and practice and practice. Like, I remember I could never do falsies. It took me so long to learn falsies, and I just couldn't figure it out, and I just kept practicing. And the more that I practiced, the better that I got, and the more that I learned how to put this color with this color and not to mix this and this, and you honestly just learn. And I remember I always used to do like a cool tone brown on my eyelid, and I would look in the mirror and I hated the way that I looked. Eventually I learned like even the difference between cool tone and warm tone browns, and I just stopped putting that cool tone brown all over my lid, and I instantly like my makeup better. You know, you just don't know until you try. If you want to learn and you want to get into makeup and you're passionate about it, YouTube is such a good resource to use, because when I was learning how to do makeup, we didn't have YouTube. I just feel like it's such an incredible platform, especially if you're a visual learner. Like, I feel like I'm more of a visual learner. It's just so much easier to you know, really advance your learning skills. So take advantage of it. If I had YouTube back when I was in high school trying to figure out how to do my makeup, I could have saved myself a lot of ugly makeup days. Faux show. Also, can I just say my brows are on another level. They are just disgusting to me right now. I cannot even fill them in. I'm at the point where I have no hope left in my brows. I don't know what I was thinking over plucking them because they look like shit, like actual shit. You can see such a difference in my brows, like they literally look so different. And then I did a video on how to do your own brows and then I fucked up and over plucked my brows. Like, who does that? I'm just gonna go in with my lashes. These are Koko lashes, Girl About Town. Now that I've got my lashes on, I'm just gonna do my primer, foundation, concealer, and set everything off camera just for the sake of time, and plus I'm doing the same thing that I always do. I'll always have everything listed below if you guys are interested, and then we'll come back and we'll do some bronzer, some blush, highlighter. We'll do the fun stuff together. So I will be right back. I am back. We're just gonna move on to the rest of the face. I'm just doing a little baking under my eyes, and while I do that, I'm gonna take my One True Love, my butter bronzer. This is by Physicians Formula, and I'm just using a big powder brush from Eco Tools. I love Eco Tool brushes. If you guys want some like incredible affordable brushes, I would definitely say try Eco Tools. They're so good. I've been using them since I was in high school. I'm just gonna use this to warm up the face because I'm looking a little pale. It's not the best look for me. Let's take some contour. I'm gonna be using this one from NYX. This is the one I just had in my haul. It's called Toffee, and this is pretty warm, but if you use a pretty light hand with it, it actually looks really nice on the skin. So I'm taking this brush. This is one I got from Sephora. It was a gift for something. I don't remember what it was for. Number one, it's mini, which I think that's so cute, but I really like it to sculpt out my cheekbones. So I'll kind of lay the powder down and then I'll just blend up to make it look a little more natural. I take a little around the side of the face just to connect everything. I'm just gonna go in with some blush. This is MAC Warm Soul, one of my favorites. I have not used it in forever for whatever reason. And I'm just gonna take this with an Eco Tools blush brush. I'm gonna rosy up these little cheekies. I'm just gonna dust away this powder because it has been sitting entirely too long. What I've been loving doing lately, I just actually started doing this probably like 2 weeks ago. I've just been incorporating this into my daily routine, is taking some powder and just kind of sculpting out the cheekbones. And I don't know why, I never used to really like this. Like, I didn't like the way that it looked, but I'm loving it lately. Like, it's just making my cheeks look so sculpted. And to be honest, it's probably because my face is like just getting chubbier and chubbier because I'm eating so much, and this is making me look slimmer. So that's what I'm loving to do lately. I'm just gonna finish off my face and then we'll move on to the lower lash line before we dust that away. So I'm gonna take the Molten Rose Gold. This is the newer highlight from Maybelline. Since we're going with a lot of pink hues today, I thought that this would be perfect to use. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of a pink highlight. I know I've mentioned before, I don't particularly care for pinks. Like, they have to be a really special pink for me to wear it. But whatever they did to this highlighter, I don't know if it's the way they formulated it or the color of it. It's just, it's so different. I love it. I love the way it looks on my skin. I actually reach for this quite a bit, surprisingly. I don't know. Maybe my taste is changing. I have no idea. Let's go ahead and move on to the lower lash line and then we'll pretty much be done. I want to keep it kind of simple since we kind of have a lot going on the eyes. I'm just going to take a little bit of Cypress Umber, and that's honestly all I'm going to use. I'm just going to put a light wash of it. I'm just going to take a little bit of Burnt Orange, which is this really pretty terracotta shade right here. I'm going to pick it up with my fluffy brush, and I'm actually just going to take a really small amount of this and just kind of brush this through the crease. I just wanted a little more warmth. Just going to go ahead and get rid of this powder. See how it makes your cheeks look so sculpted. Like, they look so crisp. We're just gonna move on to the inner corner. I'm gonna pop a little bit of Vermeer right in the inner corner just to brighten up this inner eye. I'm just gonna mascara my lower lashes and then we'll come back and we'll finish with lips. So for my lip liner, I'm gonna be taking the NYX lip liner in Ever. I don't know why, like, I could not just spit that out. So we're gonna take this to line the lips. I'm gonna be taking one of my favorite liquid lips of all time. This is like such a throwback because I used to use this way back in the day. I'm gonna be going in with Stila Patina liquid lipstick. If you guys have not used this, you have to get your hands on it. I know I've mentioned so many times before that I don't like pink. I don't like pink lipstick. I don't like a lot of pink just in general on me. Obviously, it's a very pink lipstick. For whatever reason, I just love this liquid lip. It's one of my favorites. I think I like it because it kind of has a little bit of mauve in there, and I love to wear this eyeshadow look with it too. I think they complement each other very well. So this is the only pink lipstick you will ever see me using, ever. Okay, and that is actually it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you took the time out of your day, of course, to watch this video, you know I appreciate it because I say it in every single video, and I will always say it because I really do appreciate it if you ever take the time to watch me talk about makeup. I hope this is like kind of an easy look to achieve for you guys. I feel like glitter can be a little intimidating, and I don't want it to be intimidating. Hopefully this is more of like a wearable glitter, at least I think it is, and it's kind of, I feel like a very pretty girly, if you're a very girly girl, you're very much into like, you know, pink, and you love glitter, and you love just everything pink and Valentine's Day. I hope this look is for you, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create this look. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe before you go. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'm gonna do one more Valentine's Day look. This is my sweet version, and I wanna do kind of like a sexy version too. Like naughty and nice, right? Is that Valentine's Day? I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!